The championship, which dates back to 2010 and includes such illustrious names as Paulo Di Conto, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Alex Palau, and even the likes of Andrea Kimi Antonelli as its former champions. Well, the 2022 edition starts right here, right now. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful day in the north of Italy. This is round 1 of 2 for the 2022 WSK Euro Series right here at the center of the karting universe. 244 drivers from 53 nations all around are now open and free world once again here in the city of Desenzano, south of Lago di Garda for the first of 2 rounds. It has been a brilliant weekend of racing. We qualified on Friday. We raced 42 heats, the 6 pre-finals this morning, and in just a moment, we race for the first time in the 2022 WSK Euro Series. The junior final, they're the first of our 4 finals to be raced here on a scorching Italian afternoon. Yannick Swarovski, the Pole, will start from pole. He will try and lead from the Swede Scott Lindblom, but it was Scott in the CRG who took pole position on Friday. He raced around the track in a time of 47.631 to take pole position for the CRG team. Before we do race the junior final, let's check out some of the highlights of what has happened so far this week at Lonato. The 3rd generation racer, Scott Lindblom, 314 in the CRG, the car that is built only a few kilometres from this circuit, took pole position in qualifying. Yannick Swarovski, the 334 off the pole for the factory Tony Kart Racing team, will start from pole position. The Energy Course team, remember they won the WSK Champions Cup on the 23rd day of January to start 2022. They will certainly be in contention with Martin Molnar starting from the 3rd row of the grid. Luvius Sambudla from Johannesburg in South Africa, looking to stand on the top step of the podium for this, the junior final, round 1 of the WSK Euro Series here at South Garda Karting. In the time that you've been looking at the highlights, the temperature has risen to 31 degrees Celsius. A beautiful scene here at the circuit built by the Corbetti family back in 1988. The karts are on the grid. We're just a few moments away from the start. The 17-lap, 20-kilometre final for OK Junior. Yes, the breeze has certainly picked up since this morning, thankfully, particularly for those people here at the circuit from the north of the Northern Hemisphere who are suffering when the thermometer goes above 30 degrees Celsius. For the rest of us, it's just a beautiful sunny day here at Desenzano. South of Lago di Garda, the seaside resort town of Desenzano, Monte Baldo, 2 kilometres high, towering over the lake in the north of Italy. There's no snow on the top of it as there was at the start of the year. For the WSK Champions Cup. That was on the 23rd of January. Andreas Cardenas, the Peruvian for the Energy Course team, he took the victory. The Energy Course team, their top runner here for the moment, Martin Molnar, just to the right of your screen in 315. He's just immediately behind René Lammers. Now, as you look at the pole sitter, there is Yannick Swarovski, 334, the pole for the Tony Kart Racing team. That's René Lammers behind. He won the WSK Euro Series in 60 Mini in 2020 for the Paralympic team. The 2nd generation racer. To the left of your screen, Scott Lindblom, the 3rd generation driver, son of Jan Lindblom, racing in the Swedish and Scandinavian Touring Car Championships back in the glory days of Super Touring from 1999 to 2004. Also in the British F3 Vauxhall Lotus Series. His grandfather, a motocross superstar here in Scandinavia. And also his mechanic, yes, about to push the CRG, is none other than Alessandro Minetti, the 2-time world champion who's done a superb job with the CRG team this weekend. The karts fire into life. We'll take a look at the grid. It is Yannick Swarovski on pole, Scott out of 2, René out of 3, Lewis from Lincolnshire out of 4, Martin Molnar and the South African Luvius Sambudla, William Go, Kirill Kutskov, Thibaut Reimakers, and the Norwegian Marcus Sata. Miguel Costa, Tiziano Monza on the 6th row of the grid. And then we go to Griff and Andreas Cardenas, the WSK Champions Cup champion out of 14. Taim Sala, David Cosmo, Christopher for RFM, the Glaswegian Zach. Alex O'Grady, the Scotsman alongside the Irishman Nicholas Schaufler and Anatoly Kavalkin. The Spanish-born boy from Bangkok, Thailand, Enzo, 333 out of 21. Olivieri, Shinmark, Matviv, Kachprisky, Jimmy Elias. Guy Elbash, Newman Chi, Salim Hanna Hernandez for Ward Racing, and Al Baksoy for the green team out of 30. Guadich alongside Len Neitz, Brad Matchman, Ilya Kaczynski, Jetty Skulinoff, the driver with the coolest helmet here this weekend. And out of grid 36, the Italian for Ward Racing, Riccardo Cirelli. The field make their way down through the chicane. The pole will start from pole position. His name is Jan Sharovsky. On the outside of the front row, Scott, the Swede, who will try to lead for Team CRG. Welcome to the WSK Euro Series. Another formation lap. We'll go round one more time. 244 drivers, 53 nations represented here. In the championship 2021, it was Harley Keebel, the Englishman who took the title for the Tony Kart Racing team. Yannick Sharovsky has assumed that seat. He won the title 12 months ago from Alex Powell, the Jamaican sensation. Alex, haven't caught up with you yet this weekend, mate. Great to have you here at the circuit. And of course, Fast Freddy finished P3 12 months ago. That was at Sano, the last round of last year's series, where we race in 2 weeks' time to decide the 2022 WSK Euro Series. Welcome to the center of the karting universe. Welcome to the 2022 WSK Euro Series. The pole is on pole. His name is Yannick Sharovsky. He leads them up to the line, and we race. Rene Lammers slots into second place. Martin Molnar from the third row of the grid goes up into position 3. Scott has missed the start badly. He's back into 4th, into 5th place, and a great start by Lewis Werrell for the Forza Racing team. The field go down into the hairpin for the first time. It's Yannick Sharovsky who looks over his left shoulder, and he's got the 3-time WSK champion breathing down his neck in the form of Rene Lammers. Sharovsky, Lammers. Scott Lindblom has fallen back to P5 from the outside of the front row of the grid behind the Hungarian in the energy car. That is Martin Molnar. Lewis, a superstar for the Brits, in position 3. Moves down the inside. Lewis launches and takes Lammers. Fabulous pass. In fact, it's William Riley Go. It's in fact the Filipino driver. He's the top Forza Racing driver with one almighty send to take Lammers. William Riley Go it is. In fact, there's Lewis in the background. William 329, Lewis 328. The Brit in P5, Lammers retakes second place. Martin Molnar enthralled watching this battle as Yannick Sharovsky skips down the road. So it's William Riley Go. What an almighty start from the 4th row of the grid. Has overtaken his teammate Lewis and was briefly up into second place. Rene Lammers was having none of it though, immediately took him back within the space of a few hundred meters. William Riley on the go is the Filipino for the Forza Racing team. There's carnage further back in the pack as Yannick Sharovsky comes across the line to start lap 3. Lammers, William, then we go to Martin Luviwa Sambudla. The South African from Johannesburg missed the podium in the Champions Cup round back here in February. He's in P5 under enormous pressure from KK. That's Gudskov, Werrell, Monza, Sata, and Miguel Costa. Sharovsky with a lead of 9/10 of a second. And ominously, he's just gone faster than everybody as they fight. He pulls away. So Rene Lammers sets out after the race leader. The WSK Euro Series for 2022 is go. Yannick Sharovsky, remember the Tony Kart Racing team, they won the title in 2021 with Harley Keebel. The gap is 7/10 of a second. Lammers in second place. The second generation racer, William Riley Go for Forza Racing in P3. And there was a graphic at the bottom of your screen. Keep an eye on Luffy, where he's done a 48.294. He's 0.3 of a second faster than the race leader. Martin Molnar, William Riley go both using the GFR tuned TM engines. Lewis Werrell, Thibaut Reimakers, Costa, Drummond, Sata, Saylor. Griffin Peebles has fallen down to P14 ahead of the Irishman, Alex O'Grady, also for the Forza Racing team. Lewis Werrell has been really quick throughout the week, but he's down in, what, 7th, 8th position, in fact, behind Tiziano Monza. We'll see if Lewis from Lincolnshire can launch up onto the podium. He's still got plenty of time as they start lap 5 of 17. Martin Molnar rides the ripple strip down into the hairpin, sits on the back of the Filipino driver, another fastest lap. The boy from Johannesburg, that city that, yes, will host a round of the FIA Formula One World Championship in 2023. That's at Kyalami. That's his hometown, his home circuit. Luvius Sambudla, the fastest driver on track. He's done a 48 dead, a 48.051 as he tries to close up on the battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. Sambudla in the background. KK trying to go with. Kirill Kutzkov did not set a time in qualifying, had to come from the back of the grid in every single one of his heats. He's in position 6 in the 320 TM-powered Birol Art Kart. But it's the Vortex-powered Tony Kart Racer 401 in position 1. The pole started on pole. Lewis Werrell, I can tell you, has done a 47.958. The only driver to break the 48-second bracket at this early stage of the race. He's quick. He's coming on strong. Forza Racing, the English driver for the English team, ahead of Thibaut Reimakers, the Scotsman, the Glaswegian Zach Drummond, rounds out the 10. The gap last time round was 0.6 of a second between Rene and Yannick. The Paralyn chasing the back of the Tony Kart. 47.958 last time for Lewis. A 47.97, a 47.820 for Sambudla. Werrell goes faster. Marcus Sata now up into 11 on the back of Zach. The gap is 0.6 of a second between Shirovsky and Rene Lammers. The race settles into a rhythm. Round 1 of the WSK Euro Series here at Lonato. Works the wheel nervously down the hill. That wasn't the cleanest exit, but he kept the foot flat, didn't lose too much, maybe a couple of engine RPM, as he fights the grip on a scorching summer's afternoon here in the north of Italy. There's Martin Molnar. There is Sambudla, the South African, ranging up on the back of the Hungarian. Too far back to make a move this time. He's got plenty of time to get up onto the podium. It has been a long time since we've had an African driver on the podium. We have to go back to the likes of the mighty Moroccan Super Semi Taufik in the WSK Super Masters Series. That was the driver from the top of Africa. Luvius from the bottom of Africa. At the moment, he's just 2 positions off the podium, but he's closing in on the back of the Hungarian Martin Molnar. The gap is still 0.6 of a second, as now Zach is on the attack. Drummond with a 47.744. The Scotsman in position 10, faster than the leaders. We'll check the gap this time. Approaching half race distance, this 20-kilometre, 17-lap final, as Sambudla has to abort the attempt to go into P4. He briefly, in fact, let's be honest, that was a half-hearted move. Martin Molnar fought back immediately. That's not the move that is going to put Luvius Sambudla on the podium. The rest of the field going through. Kutzkov, Werrell, Monza, Reimakers, Drummond, Sata, Peebles, Costa, Tayam Sala, Enzo Tarvanishkal ahead of Kaspritsky, Newman Chi and AOG. Scott Lindblom, he will not win the first round of the WSK Euro Series. He has fallen back behind and ahead of his countrymen Elia Kaczynski and Oliver Schinmark. He's in position 24. It's virtually all over for Scott Lindblom. Started from from the front row of the grid. Pole position in qualifying, but the final has not gone the Swedes' way. The gap down to 0.4 of a second between Yannick Shirovsky. They're on lap 10 of 17. Lammers is catching him. There is William Riley on the go, the Filipino. Molnar, Luvius Sambudla. Miguel Costa now with a 47.722. The Sauber Academy driver in position 13 on the back of the Chinese-born Australian Griffin Peebles. for Koski Motorsport. Griff behind Marcus Sata, and the Scotsman, Zach Drummond, rounds out the 10. The gap last time was 0.4 of a second. As they come across the line, it's out to 0.5. Yannick Shirosky is controlling the pace. Looking good for the Tony Kart Racing team. The race at 401 chassis. The Vortex, the engine that made its debut in world karting at the Oceania Championships in Rally Australia, north of Sydney in Formula Super A back in 1996. No, it was 1995 when Jarno Trulli took the victory. It was a Tony Kart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The world debut of the Vortex engine 1/4 of a century ago. And it's the Vortex power plant that goes position 1. The Tony Kart race at 401. Being caught, though, on this lap, certainly by the Paralympic Le Mans chassis of René Lammers. 3-second penalty for Scott Lindblom, as if his race could not get any worse. He was down in 24th place. With that 3 seconds, he's down in 28th. A 1/10 of a second, the difference. The last time round, or the gap reduction more accurately, René Lammers. The gap is 0.4 of a second, driving the wheels off the Paralympic kart. The second generation racer, 3 times he's won a WSK title. As we look at Martin Molnar on the back of William Riley go, there's KK going through ahead of Lewis. Monza, Drummond, Marcus Sata, Griff Peebles now outside the top 10. René Lammers 3 times, including the WSK Euro Series. He's taken a WSK title. Son of Jan Lammers, winner of the 1988 Le Mans 24-hour race in that ferocious V12 Jaguar some 1/4 of a century ago. Jan competing in Formula 1 for 13 years, from 1978 to 1991. Oh, maybe it was 92. A storied career for Jan Lammers, also in British Formula 3000, the British Touring Car Championship. All that happened before René was even born, even thought of. He's in position 2, trying to chase the pole sitter who started from pole. His name is Yannick Shirosky. Kutskov going through ahead of Werrell behind Sam Budler. It doesn't look as though the South African will make the podium at the moment. William Riley go in position 3 for Forza Racing. Molnar, he had one chance, Sam Budler, a few laps ago. Sits there in P5. Martin in P4. William on the podium for Forza Racing in 3rd place with 3 laps remaining. The gap, 0.5 of a second. René Lammers is not catching him. Molnar desperate to try and get up onto the podium. The gap last time, 0.552 of a second. Molnar now on the back of William Riley go. Possibly the only chance for Sam Budler is if Molnar and Go come together in the fight for P3. 3.6 kilometres to race. Round 1, the WSK Euro Series here at the centre of the karting universe. South Garda karting, the gap 0.5 of a second. He's not going to do it. Yannick Shirosky is controlling the pace. A beautiful race for the pole, who started from pole. Right, the ripple strip does William Riley go. Luvius Sam Budler, the South African, ahead of Lewis Werrell, Kirill Kutskov, the Scotsman Zach on the attack, up into position 8. Then we go to Monza, and the Norwegian Marcus Sata rounds out the 10. A glimpse of the Pink Panther, Nicholas Schaufler. It's not the Austrian's afternoon. He's down in position 18, ahead of Alex O'Grady, Salim Hannah Hernandez, and Jimmy Helias. Jimmy's teammate in position 1 for the Tony Kart Racing team. 2 laps remaining. The final shot, the final chance for René Lammers to take the victory, and for Molnar and Sam Budler to get up onto the podium. There is Luvier coming back from injury. His right arm was shattered like a piece of glass. Fantastic to see him back on track, and he's driven brilliantly throughout the weekend. Even if it looks for the moment, he will miss the podium. Shirosky, the gap is 0.7 of a second. He's pulling away. René Lammers will not do it. There is Sam Budler driving as hard as he possibly can in the 308 Kart Republic. Lammers is losing time visibly. You can see on your screen. I continue, the gap is 0.742 of a second. This is the last lap now. It blows out to 9/10. He's got a second over Lammers. A perfect drive for the Tony Kart Racing Team driver, Yannick Sharowski. Awesome performance here this afternoon. The same can be said for William Riley Go. It looks as though the driver, who is coached by none other than the four-time world champion Davide Forte, will stand on the podium for Forza Racing in a few moments' time. Down through the chicane for the final time. Lammers is losing time. He'll finish P2 into the hairpin. Up onto three wheels. The Vortex-powered Tony Kart. The pole started from pole. That checkered flag is about to wave. Yannick Sharowski wins in style the first round of the WSK Euro Series in OK Junior here at the center of the karting universe. Lammers finishes in P2, and from the Philippines for the English team Forza Racing, William Riley Go on the podium in position 3. Sam Budler does take Martin Molnar on the very final lap to finish in P4. Misses the podium by a single position, but what a comeback, what a fight back for Lumiere Sam Budler. Martin Molnar P5, but Yannick Sharowski controlled the pace from first place on the grid, and he takes the victory, and with that, the lead of the WSK Euro Series here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the highlights. Scott Lindblom, the fastest qualifier from the outside of the grid, front row of the grid. His race was effectively over right there and then. Was shuffled back to P6. It was William Riley Go with one almighty send on Rene Lammers. Moved briefly up into second place. Rene fought back immediately as Yannick Sharowski, the gap seesawed between 4/10, 5/10 of a second. The closest it got officially was 0.442. Yannick Sharowski in the end would pull away to win by almost a second. Lammers, the three-time WSK champion, finishes in P2. Martin Molnar, one attempt from Sam Budler to take the podium away from him. It did not pay off. Yannick Sharowski pulling away at the end of the race. A fabulous fight for the bottom step of the podium. Yannick Sharowski, the pole, started from pole. He wins round 1 of the WSK Euro Series here at South Garda Karting. Lammers across the line in P2, and William Riley Go on the podium for Forza Racing in third place. We'll see these drivers on the all-new podium in just a moment. It will be the national anthem of Poland that we hear here in the north of Italy. Lammers second from the Netherlands, and from the Philippines, William Riley Go, the South African, then the Hungarian. How international is the WSK Euro Series. Lewis, good drive for the Englishman in P6 ahead of Kurt Scott. The Scotsman, Zach, finishing ahead of Tiziano Monza, and Miguel Costa rounds out the 10. So a fabulous start to the afternoon here. Yannick Sharowski from pole position for the Tony Kart Racing Team. Remember the Tony Kart Racing Team, they won the WSK Euro Series with Harley Keeble in 2021. And they've now got the lead going into Sano in 2 weeks' time. Stay with us on WSK.IT and also Motorsport TV as well. Wherever you are watching us all around the world, the podium presentation, the final for OK Junior, live from Lonato in just a moment. A fantastic start for the first round of the WSK Euro Series here at South Garter Karting. Lonato, the WSK Euro Series for OK Junior. About ready to get underway with the podium presentations for OK Junior. We'll call to the third step of the podium. The driver from the Philippines for the English Forza Racing team. What a drive to P3, William Riley Go! Second place from the Netherlands for the Paralympic Motorsport team, René Lammers. The winner of the first round of the WSK Euro Series for the Kart Racing team. The pole started from pole. He wins here at Lonato. P1, Yannick Shirovsky. The national anthem of Poland. The podium for the OK Junior final in third place from the Philippines, William Riley Go. Second place from the Netherlands for the Paralympic Motorsport team, René Lammers. The winner of the first round of the WSK Euro Series for the Kart Racing team from Poland, Yannick Shirovsky. Congratulations, William, René, and Yannick. We'll step in for a quick word with Yannick Shirovsky. It's been a very difficult week here in very hot conditions. Yannick started from pole. You controlled the race brilliantly. Tell us how you did it.
After the start, I was already P1. Then I had a little bit got. How to tell anything now also. Just drove quick, consistent, and that's how it ended.
Congratulations, ready for round 2 of the championship at 2 weeks in Sano.
Yeah, obviously, me and the whole team probably are ready, and I hope we can win it.
Congratulations, Yannick. Also, congratulations to René Lammers and William Riley Go in position 3. Stay with us on WSK.it and Motorsport TV. The WSK Euro Series continues here at Lonato in a moment.